Good morning from Los Angeles. Welcome to Trading Desk with Sergio. Good morning. Hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. 250 years of this wonderful country's birth was celebrated over the weekend. Um, I'm an immigrant, so I'm just going to say it out front. We're lucky to be in a country like this. Some things you may not like. But overall, if you have traveled, if you have visited other countries, I think this is the best place on the planet as far as many, many, many things are concerned. So, welcome to Trading Desk with Sergio. Sorry for the delay. Um, it is a privilege to live in this country. So, if you have traveled, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't traveled, I would highly recommend that you go do, and then you can understand and make your own judgment. Um, so I'm going to go live 3 times this week: Monday, probably Wednesday, and Thursday. But in order for you to tag along, um, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notifications. Um, as we know, markets were closed on Friday, and 3-day weekends for traders is like a lifetime. So with that said, um, there are some changes that we did to the Discord server. Positive changes, obviously, but I'll get into that quickly. As the title of today's live stream indicates, chip stocks were absolutely trashed on Thursday before the market closed on Friday due to the holiday, and today they're bouncing. But the headline of my live stream today says "Dead Cat Bounce." Now, what does that even mean? And honestly, it's an old saying that a lot of people use. I'm not against cats. I like cats, not as much as dogs, but I like them. Um, I don't know why people say that. I guess let's call it a bounce. And they're bouncing today, and they're pretty strongly. But I think they're during the live stream last week, I mentioned a couple times. I think they're in distribution phase. Yes, they may make new all-time highs coming up. So what happens is that stocks, price-wise, they just go up, and then there's a consolidation phase, and then there's a distribution phase. If you're lucky enough to be around for as long as I have and seen how these things work, you can pull from your experience and recognize it and then deal accordingly with what you see. But again, my goal is here on this channel, on the Discord server now, the new and the website is to inform and educate. And my mission is financial freedom through financial literacy. In order to achieve that, I created this little triangle, let's say, right? So the YouTube channel under my name at Sergio Avedian. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe. And for this live stream, please put a thumbs up. It's free. You do get a lot of value on the channel. There's a lot of content already on the channel, and we're continuously adding content on the channel as far as investing, trading. Again, with the disclaimer that none of this is trading, financial, or investing advice. This is for information and education and sometimes entertainment purposes only. With that out of the way, so let's get into that triangle that I formed. The triangle starts with financial literacy. Financial literacy is something that's lacking sorely in this country, from probably elementary school kids all the way to college and into adulthood, because I don't think we take it seriously until until it's too late. The important thing to understand when it comes to financial literacy is you don't have to have a finance MBA. You just need to start investing. Investing is the utmost important thing that you have to do, regardless of what kind of job you have. Create a budget for investing, because time is your friend when it comes to especially long-term investing. Long-term investing is separate from trading, from everything else. One must invest. Now, in order to start somewhere, right, you have to have certain amount of knowledge. And again, it's not complicated stuff. Granted, it's boring stuff. It's not like as fun as watching a World Cup game going to overtime. FYI, World Cup, important, super important day in U.S. football today. Not the egg-shaped football, the round-shaped football, which on this planet, I've been on this planet for 58 years. I've been watching the World Cup since probably I was 5 years old. And I think this is by far the best one ever. The hosts, 2 out of the 3 hosts got eliminated. Mexico got eliminated yesterday. Canada got eliminated the day before, and it's U.S.'s turn today. Big game coming up at 5 p.m. Pacific today, so I'll definitely be watching that. I probably have watched 90+% of the games. I enjoyed the game. I played the game. My son plays the game, but what great scenes are being created during this World Cup, specifically the Norwegians, the Brazilians. Well, they got knocked out by Norway yesterday. Norway is a tiny country, Scandinavian country, and they knocked Brazil out, 5-time world champions. So I love the sport. I'm very into it. And but what I was trying to say is, going back to the investing part, Norway did not become a football, let's say, right, a powerhouse by luck. They started creating academies. They started creating an underbelly of why they are where they are today, which we don't do in this country, by the way. We don't do that in football. We don't do that in, well, soccer, let's say, and we don't do that in investing either. So we used to get like econ classes, for example. We used to get classes in my day, how to balance your checkbook. Well, we don't have checkbooks anymore. Everything is digital. Everything is on our phone, Google Pay, iPay. I get it, but that doesn't mean you need to, not understand it, not learn it. And then to create curiosity, because investing could be intimidating, and mostly investing, okay, is boring because it takes time, and in this day and age of social media and I want everything yesterday, we don't have the patience. Well, breaking news, Warren Buffett didn't make his billions until he turned 60 years old, because that's when the power of compounding started just absolutely skyrocketing. So my goal is to create this environment to start with a website. Website's live. It's been live for a few months, doing really well. My hat's off to my website manager, Johan, who has done an amazing job with the website. So, and in that website, you will get the basics: compounding, power of compounding, rule of 72, dollar cost averaging, dividend reinvestment plans, REITs, income producing properties. You'll get all of the basics. So if you're new to investing, please go check out the website. And here's the link for the website. FYI, all these links that I'm going to show are in the show notes, meaning while you're watching this, you can click on more and you'll see all the links below. And did I freeze? Looks like I did. Yeah, StreamYard, good old StreamYard. Well, anyway, hopefully it'll come back. I think I'm frozen. Nope, we're back. So that's the website, www.sergioavadian.com. In fact, with the website, it's free. There's at least 40 plus blog articles already on the website that they're short articles, 4 or 5 minute read articles, that will give you a good base. And when your base is good, meaning your fundamentals are good, investing is like building a house. You have to have a good foundation. There's levels of it. There's levels of it from dollar cost averaging, which is the simplest thing somebody can do, to trading, options, derivatives, stocks, ETFs, leverage, all these things. You just kind of start building your house. You don't have to get to the top floor immediately. If you're young enough, especially, you have so much time to build long-term assets for yourself. And on the website, as you guys see on the screen, as also it's in the show notes, you will get everything, all that for free. The only thing is there is no catch. If you're interested in learning, there's already plenty of stuff there to get you going. And it's free, obviously. And every Monday, for example, today at noon, an article will drop into the blog. Every Monday at 12 Pacific, we post an article. And if you are kind enough, please go subscribe to the free newsletter. It's free. There's no catch, nothing. It's free. And once you subscribe, every Monday, you will get a free article. And it's either relevant news, like last couple of weeks, I've been writing about chip stocks, microns, and SanDisks, and where I stand on these, and Western Digitals, and Seagate Technology, and all these things. But then there is so much good stuff in there, such as how much of your paycheck you should invest, and dollar cost averaging, and the power of compounding. They're already there. All you have to do is go to the website, do a search, and you'll run into it. And more importantly, as I know, most people do not like reading these days. That's why I started the YouTube channel. They like watching, they like listening. Okay, so we thought, why not create a listen button for each article? You could be in your car. You could just go right through literally 40, 50 articles that are already there. There are 5-minute long reads. You can listen to it now. You click on the listen button on the article, and you listen to it while you're maybe driving. It's like an audiobook. So again, thanks to Johan, my website manager. He's done a great job. And also, if your English is not that great, okay, fine. Then you just click on the Espanol button, and you can read the articles in Spanish. It converts the whole website into Spanish. So that's one. That's one part of the triangle, the website, which gives you enough base, enough foundation to start understanding how important investing is. I've done a lot of YouTube videos about why does the top 2% in this country own 70% of the assets? Do you know why? That's because they invest, and they invest for the long term. I must have sold something. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. I don't know what I sold. But it's been a hell of a Monday already. Super green day for the account. I don't know. Market, I don't really care because I don't own the market. So, as I said, about 2 weeks ago, I launched the Trading Desk Discord server. Before I get there, I also created a Twitter account. I have a personal Twitter account under my name. I wanted to separate the finance stuff from that. The Twitter account is at Trading Desk HQ on Twitter. I do post quite a bit. Please go, follow, give it a follow. And that's the Twitter account. So, and last but not least, 2 other things. As I said a couple of weeks ago, we launched the Discord server. I used to have a Telegram chat group. That became a cluster F, as you guys can imagine, with a lot of members showing up. And people are just talking and over each other and posting and all that stuff, we said, why don't we invest into a Discord server? Okay, well, again, a good friend, Alex, set it up. I'm okay with IT, but nothing like these people, like nothing like Johan or Alex. So we created a Discord server under the Trading Desk Discord server. This is the link for the Discord server. You don't have to copy it from here. There is a banner going on the bottom, but all this information is in the show notes. If you go to the show notes, if you click on more, you'll see all the information there. And the Discord server, there's a free Discord server. So what we did on the free Discord server is we connected it to the website. So you will get the articles that show up. Obviously, there's free chat. Obviously, there's all the free stuff. And as of yesterday, we added an education channel on the Discord server. And there's already a bunch of stuff posted there just to get you going, just to make you understand. The Discord server is more for trading, as I will get into it to explain it. But two parts of the Discord server are, there is a free part, which you're more than welcome to just click the link and join. The only thing you have to do is before you join, there's a verification system, because a lot of people are not putting the check mark on the verification system in order for them to be able to see everything that's being offered. I understand Discord is just like X. There's a lot of bots. That's why we need to, protect ourselves, put that disclaimer. It's just a check mark, okay? And the check mark is about disclaimers, about investing. It's about that it is not financial advice. It's not investing, typical disclaimer. So just check that so you can get all the free stuff on the free Discord server. And then there is a premium Discord server, premium Trading Desk Discord server. The premium Desk Discord server, again, all this information is in the show notes. The website, the Discord server, obviously you're watching the YouTube channel. Just go to the show notes and just join. And since Discord is new, for as long as we can get to 100, if you enter the promo code 50% off, first 100, all caps 100, you'll get the premium Discord for free. Now you're going to say, what do you get for this, free Discord? Well, that's also in the show notes. First, you get my trades live. I already did like 4 or 5 trades today, taking profits on things that I had bought last week. You get that. You get a members live stream, Ask Me Anything sessions twice a month, where you can ask me anything you want about trading, about investing, about whatever it is. And you get my long-term portfolio, access to my long-term port. You get access to all the trades. Oh, we opened the free Discord server too. There was a lot of requests because I started I actually tried to create a slide and show it to you guys. But then if you go to my Twitter account, the Trading Desk Twitter account, you guys will see it. I post it every day. Or if you go to the community page of the YouTube channel here, I post that account at least 3 times a week. For the members, I post it at the end of every day. So 2 years ago, when I started this YouTube channel, I opened a Robinhood account with just $1,000. I funded it with $1,000. As of today, it's about at $18,600. This year, it's up about 200%. So if you want to follow those, what we did is that's also on Discord on the premium side. And as of today, I will be posting the trades on that account as well. So full transparency. I cannot be more transparent. I post the trades when I do the trades for the premium members. I post at the end of the day open positions for the Discord premium members. I post my long-term investment port for the long-term members. We do the live streams, Ask Me Anything sessions. I mean, and FYI, with the 50 off, you're getting me for like a Big Mac meal. If you're inclined, please go, join the premium or the free. Free is wonderful. You're getting all the free education. But if you want more access, then you have to go to the premium side. Somebody has to pay the bills, okay? So, but if you use 50% off. First 100, you get 50% off. So that's that. So you get the business out of the way. Let's say, good morning, all. Good morning, Martin. Can you tell our clown don't interfere? Our clown? Yeah, I heard that. Well, first of all, I agree with that. Barton, you're a little abrasive, to be honest with you. First of all, he's your president. Now, you can say he's not my president, this and that. You know, there's a lot of divisiveness going on in this country, division. I understand some people like him, some people don't like him. First of all, how would you feel if I called your father a clown? Granted, he's not my father, but you're old world, I'm old world. You have to have respect. Because it doesn't make a difference if you call the guy a clown or not the clown. Yes, did he call FIFA and got the red card rescinded? Not rescinded, delayed. He did. Was it really a red card to start with? We're talking football, soccer now. I don't think it was. So, look, these kind of things happen because FIFA, first of all, FIFA, they priced me out of taking my son to a World Cup game and have that experience. Because they priced the tickets at $2,000-$3,000. Granted, I'm looking at the stadiums, they're all full, 70,000, 80,000 people. Somebody is paying for this. So FIFA is the most corrupt entity on the planet. Okay. One guy calls another, hey man, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch your back, kind of a thing. Look, this happens all the time. Is it fair? Is it fair to the Belgians? No. Now, it would have been more fair if they had not made this decision immediately, right? Because the Belgian coach probably has set up a game plan without the best player on the U.S. team, who were red carded and thrown out of the game for a foul. And I didn't think, and most people didn't think it was a red card. However, in soccer, by the way, there's yellow card and red card. Yellow is a warning. Second yellow, you get kicked out. Red card, automatically you get kicked out, and you cannot play the next game. So the best U.S. player who's scoring all the goals for the U.S. was red carded for something that I did not think it was a red card. It was an accidental foul. Okay. The president getting involved, calling FIFA and saying, hey, man, okay, I understand. Is it fair to the Belgians? Absolutely not. If I was a Belgian fan, would I be pissed? Hell yeah. If I was the Belgian coach, would I be pissed? Absolutely, because I prepped my team. I did my game plan without that guy playing. Well, yesterday they announced, well, he's going to be playing now. Well, now I have to scramble and then change my whole plans again. And then, I understand what you're saying, but please be more respectful. Clown, this, that. It doesn't work, bro. Maybe it makes you feel good for like 10 seconds. Don't join the dumb shits in this country, where they call each other names and do this and do that. I'm like, who gives a shit? Okay, I agree. He's our president for another couple of years. So, all right. So let's go to the trades. Well, not trades. What's happening in the market? Ooh, one of my positions. Great. You guys can see that, hopefully. What am I doing today? Okay, well, let's go to the positions real quick. Profits are being taken, which is great. I took 3 profits today. I had SOXL, which is the 3X ETF. It's right here. So I do post these positions Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the community page of the YouTube channel, but I obviously post it every day for the premium Discord members, and I post my trades live immediately as soon as they happen. So I already posted a whole bunch of trades. So this morning I was actually long a couple hundred shares of SOXL. I had sold weekly calls on it. I bought it Friday, sold the Thursday expiration, weekly calls, couple hundred shares. 100 got called away, the other 100 didn't. And this morning, I sold it at 202. My cost basis was like 175.5. I sold it at 202. So that's like $4,000 trade. And so that's done. So if it's not highlighted, that means it's a closed position. I had another position on AXTU. I wanted to buy more. If it pulled back, it didn't. I had bought 500 shares of AXTU at 435. I sold it at 635 this morning. That's like a 50% trade, so that's another grand. What else we got left? Well, what I just sold, I can see open door. I was long 70 options. You know, people say, well, you can't make money by being long options. I'm like, I disagree. If you do it at the right time, I think you can make plenty of money being directional on options. So I was long 70 calls, 70 lots, not 70 strike. I was long 70 of the August 5 calls, average call 65 cents. I started selling. In fact, the last beep that you guys heard was I sold 10 more calls at 90 cents. I have 10 more calls. Those are like 50% profit. So 10 more calls at 95 cents, which almost is the offer. And I have another 10 calls to close the position, and then I'll roll up. I will not let it go. I think stock is breaking out. Again, none of this is trading financial investment advice. In fact, I was long 1,000 shares in my small Robinhood account, and I sold that this morning at 517 and 522. So the Robinhood account is all cash at the moment, but I trade actively, so I will be posting trades there. And last but not least, 3,500 long shares of Unisys at 363. Stock is 375. And Redwire, I've sold a put credit spread, 15-12 put credit spread. I don't mind getting assigned the stock at about 14, 13 and a half, 14. Stock is 11 and a half. The stock was 26 and change. I don't mind this price down here. And yeah, those are the positions. I put credit spread, and I had bought a call debit spread with it, but overall I did it with about $1.25 credit. So and these expire July. The open doors are August. I'm also long 70 calls on BABX, which is the 2x ETF of Alibaba. I'm also long Alibaba in my long-term port. I bought it at 110, and I bought it again at 93 and a half. If you guys want access to all that stuff, join the Discord server. And those are the ones to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions. One is being sold with profits. AXTU was sold with nice profits. SOXL was sold, so accounts basically back to 75, 80% cash again. So, they're bouncing today, all the chip stocks. I'm not too excited. I think they're in distribution phase, but then when I get back, I'll talk a little bit about that. I talk a little bit, and then I answer some questions. If you guys have questions, please post your questions. If you're watching on YouTube or X, I'm pretty sure I'm live streaming on the YouTube channel and the X. And I'll go take a little break. No questions. Please put up any question you want about trading, about investing, about whatever it is. Okay, at the moment, no questions. I'm gonna go take a quick break. I'll be back. What do you guys want me to post? I actually was going to post my Robinhood account, equity, but then if you go to the Twitter channel, I post it at the end of the day every day. So just go give it a follow there, and you'll see the account equity there every day. And at the moment, in fact, I can hopefully maybe it's clear enough to show you guys that. Let's see if my camera picks it up. Excuse me. Give me 1 second, boys, girls. Okay, we'll take care of that later. So anyway, I was saying the Robinhood account. Let me see. I created a slide, and then StreamYard is having issues with Google Slides. I have to figure out how to do that again. But hopefully I can show you guys the... All right, here it is. It can't be more transparent than this. I'm showing you guys the freaking account. So this is the year to date. You guys see that? Year to date. This is all posted on the Discord server for free, by the way. And well, free and the premium version. And as of today, I'm posting the trades in this account. So account stands at backwards, I can't read. 18,648,028 cents. It was opened exactly 2 years ago, 2 years and a month ago, with $1,000. This is my little account challenge. My main trading account reflects this pretty much. Not as good as this. Also, I only trade equities and some options, but mostly equities. Couple hundred shares, couple hundred shares there. But when I get back, I'll talk about how I'm doing this in this account. Here it is. And if you go to Twitter, you'll see it. Sorry about the allergies. And I'll post it on Twitter today. At the moment, it's all flat. I have no positions in it. It's another equity all-time high. It stands at 18,648.27. Again, this is my $1,000 Robinhood challenge, account challenge. Most people think, well, you need a lot of money, Serge. You have a six-figure account. That's why you're blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. What I don't do is I don't YOLO. I don't FOMO. Steady as she goes. Keep the drawdown small. On the education channel of the Discord server, which is free, I posted it how I'm doing it. And at risk management, I'm doing it by just looking at it. Sorry about the voice, but I have to. So stock is up 190, not stock. Account is up 196.5% for the year. And now I'll put the gas on. I'll start sizing up. But then if you guys see the trajectory, do you guys see the drawdowns? I'll talk a little bit about that. Actually, I posted a couple of educational videos on the Discord server yesterday. The math on drawdowns, how you manage drawdowns. Because if you don't manage drawdowns, you're going to blow accounts. And we all have done it. So my point is inform and educate, but then you can tag along with the Robinhood account too now, as well as the larger Schwab account. I had this account for 30 years. Excuse me. So far, great year. And continue. We'll just keep going at it. Let's see if there's a question. If there isn't, I'm going to go clear my throat. Have a little cup of coffee. Oh, there's questions. Okay. I will. Can I go over the Baba trade? No, I think it's oversold. I bought it in my long-term port. It's an oversold bounce trade, mean reversion trade. Bought some calls going out to August. I did it on the 2x ETF of Baba. You get a little bit more bang for your buck. Just pure directional. Nothing more. When it comes to Baba, I think stock is cheap. That's why I bought it in my long-term port. Usually I don't buy things. I mean, when I buy things in my long-term port, I'm going to hold it for a year at least. And I think in the 90s, I think stock is cheap. Granted, it's Chinese stock, granted, blah, blah, blah. I understand all the issues with China and the US and them copying Anthropic and, whatever. But, I mean, it's the Chinese Amazon, right? Plus AI, plus autonomous vehicles, plus. I think it's cheap here. That's basically it. Why are you answering your target thesis? Thanks. I'm not sure what that means. Why am I answering my target thesis? Target? Maybe you can give me some more clarity on that before I go have a cup of coffee and clear my throat. What do you mean target thesis? My target on Baba? Is that what you're asking? Why are you answering your target thesis? Thanks. Didn't understand the question. Maybe you can clear that up. Elaborate a little bit. My target. Okay, my target. Let's take a look at it. If that's what you're asking. Is that what you're asking? I'll put it in the chat. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Come on, StreamYard. All right. Oh, I'm also long 1,500 shares of AD&T. I'll post these positions today. It's Monday on the community page and on Discord, obviously. Here's Baba. A horrible chart if you're a technician. Like trash, right? Well, on the long-term port, so I'll talk a little bit about that. Actually, my throat cleared. On the long-term port, I treat the long-term port very differently than my trading account. On the long-term port, I kind of stay with the buy low, sell high attitude. On the trading side, I go with buy high, sell higher. So that's the main difference between. And on the long-term port, I'm looking to hold things for 1 year, 1 day to take advantage of the taxes. Right? Long-term capital. They go like, yeah, I trade, I made 80%. I'm like, yeah, but half of that is going to go to taxes. I mean, I'm in California. Half of my money goes to taxes. Well, I mean, I have write-offs, don't get me wrong, mortgage, this, that, but I'm like, still, I pay shit ton of taxes. So you have to figure that into your trading. So Baba. Okay, so this is 1 year, 1 day on Baba. Okay, stock has 180. Got down to 90, got cut in half. That's another one I posted on the educational channel, right? Like, stock market is at an all-time high. Granted, this is Chinese stock. Goes with the Hang Seng, goes with the Hong Kong market. But, if you own Baba, you're down 50% for the year if you bought it at 180, right? So, you don't own the market. And the market doesn't, at some point, I think the value on Baba will be pretty clear. And this is a 3-year chart of Baba. So the stock is selling, let's see, right up at 95, some support here, but the real good support is about 80 actually. So the idea on this option trade is, so just like on the upside, on the downside, when things get so far from their 200 EMA, just like it did on the upside, mean reversion. On the downside, when they get too far from 200 EMA, 20 EMA, 50 EMA, that's my charts have, by the way. I have clean charts, naked charts. And I don't draw lines. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is mean reversion trade stock will bounce to 105. At most, I see it bouncing to 116, 118. It's not for the long-term account. It's for the trade that I put on. I think it will happen in the next 6 weeks. That's why I bought the August calls. That's why I went to the BABX, meaning the 2X ETF of Baba. If Again, big stock at the moment is 95. If it moves to just to the 50 MA, a bounce, mean reversion trade, basically to these lows here, which is most likely going to do 115 to 118 range. Well, okay, so that's 20 points. That's about 25%. And BABAX should be moved 50% because the 2x ETF. And that's why I bought the 20 calls. And I bought them cheap. I bought them at like 50 cents, 60 cents. So all I can lose is 50 cents. But, and this is a 2x ETF. So on a mean reversion trade, if BABA rallies, this will rally back to about 21. Options will be like $2.5, $3 then, depending on how fast it happens. In options, you have to understand there's 2 Ds, right? Direction and duration. I think 5, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever August is plenty of time for this kind of short-term trade. I paid, I mean, my cost basis is pretty low. My cost basis is, let's see, 70 options, 71 cents. Okay. Yeah, I have more bids at 45 cents. So it's a cheap way of playing the bounce, basically. That's where I'm at. And yeah, that's it. That's the idea behind it. So AD&T, I want to sell some calls. Give me a minute. I had the stock for a while. I do like the stock quite a bit. It's coming off support now. So yeah, I want to sell the 22.5s if I can get those off. For 2 weeks for July. Let's try to get them off. 50 cents. Okay. Other than that, everything is good. I'll leave you guys with something. What do you guys want me to leave you guys? Actually open, right? That's the one that actually open. AXTU was the one I sold this morning. Those are the labels right there. 500 shares at 436. Sold 500 shares at 636. That's a grand. That's the 2x ETF of AXTI, by the way. And all these stocks got just absolutely hammered. I was literally short AXTI from the top, as you guys can see all the labels. I was short that at 116, 123, 123, 117. High was 143, that one last high that they put in. MACD bearish divergence. Came down to 200 EMA. That's when I bought the 2x ETF. I would have loved to buy a ton of it. Started with 500 shares, and market's like on its ass on Thursday, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy more on Monday. Gap closed. No, none of that happened. Bouncing off 200 EMA. Again, it was just mean reversion trade, oversold trade. Could it go higher? Yeah. I have a couple of other ones that I'm watching for that. One of them is Velo, actually. I was short Velo. Absolutely top take. I do short things, by the way. So you have to learn how to short, folks. If you don't short, you're not going to make any money. I mean, you will make money because the market's just always going up, right? But then get yourself used to shorting things because things do go down. For example, the stock went from high was 32. Stock at the moment in about 2.5 weeks is 15. It got cut in half. No news, right? Well, actually, there's a company that put out a short report on it saying this is fraud. I'm like, I don't care about those kind of things. So I bought the stock at 16.5, then sold it and shorted it up here at 20. Yeah, man, I shorted that thing at 27. I mean, it covered the shorts too soon, but it's okay. But you got to learn how to short. So I'm looking at Velo. I like Unisys. I own 3,500 shares. I'll add to it. I think a retest of the highs is about here coming up. Volume pattern is good. MACD pullback all the way to 0. Let me get these labels. They're just bothering me. And open, right? I'm selling the options with profits. 531 up about 8%. Resistance of 558 to 6 range. So I'll roll up if I sell the 5s, once I get in the money in options and directionals, you don't need to risk everything that you earn. So take your profits and roll up. Like I'll roll up to 550s. And then if the stock keeps going, then I'll just keep rolling up. You got to take profits though. Once you get in the money, you have to treat things differently because you started it out of the money. And I was long 70 calls, now I'm only long 20. And if you bought them at 60 cents, somebody pays you 95 cents to $1, that's 60%. You got to take those, especially if you're trading directional options, because again, 2Ds, duration and direction. Option trading on the long side or the short side. Well, short side is easier, obviously. You're selling premium and taking advantage of theta decay, but on the directional side, you got to be on your toes, right? Because they do disappear. Time is against you, especially to get direction and duration correct on a directional option play is difficult, but you have to have some sort of an understanding of how far you go out and what you do with it. Your entry exit goes off the underlying, obviously, but stocks are doing well. And what else? That's about it, man. I forgot this. I'm long. I just saw this. I'm long 500 shares of KTUP, which is 2x ETF of KTOS Kratos. It's a defense and drone manufacturer. I do like the stock down here. Big volume up. MACD kind of curling up. Stock was 134. Sold off all the way down to 45. See, stocks do go down, folks. They don't only go up. The stock sold off 90 points. If you've been holding all this while, you're in a world of hurt. Well, now I'm kind of getting in. I do like it here on pullback, so I started buying the 2x ETF. Again, I put a educational video on the Discord server about 2x ETFs, 3x ETFs, how people are in love with these things, how you should be super careful buying and holding these things because there's something called volatility drag. People don't understand it, and they think they can just buy and hold it like a stock. You're going to lose all your money. Ultimately, these all go to zero if you understand why. And it's explained in that video. So, yeah, I'm long a few things. I'm not short anything. I mean, market's strong, man. This pattern that they're working on, this is the SPY 1 year, 1 day. Looks like a little W action. Looks like an all-time high coming up. Same thing on triple Q. I mean, you can't be bearish looking at this thing, right? And when people go, oh, this, and I'm like, yeah, okay, well, Palantir keeps rallying. As Michael Berry said, okay, he covered his short. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was a good short, 200 to 100. It's 50 points. SoFi has been acting really well. I'm not in it. It's coming into resistance at 19. If I bought it at 15, I'd be out of there. We know what's happening with CRMs and dogs, just deadly. Adobe's and ServiceNow. ServiceNow actually is better than probably all of them. Yeah, it's up nicely today, up to 109. IBM is ripping. I had a great trade on IBM. I saw, sold it too early. I had the July 300 calls, directions. I think I paid like $1.50 for them. I think they're up to like $8. I made money. I'm not going to complain. Look, man, you cannot go broke taking profits, okay? Yeah. But then you'll learn all this stuff. You learn the lingo, you learn the cadence, you learn how I look at things, which is very, very different than most people on YouTube and X. But that's because I'm a complete trader, and the rest of them I don't think are. They're just one-trick ponies. All they do, I sell puts, I sell calls. I'm like, whatever. They wheel. I'm like, bro, get an education. What else? Let me just put the SPY chart. Let me just have a little cup of coffee. Clear my throat. My throat is clear now. Allergy attack is over. Let's put the 2-minute chart. Actually, this is stock. So, what did I get up to today? Wow, 210. I sold it at 200.25, but I paid 175.5 for it. That's good. I don't. 25-point trade. This thing is wild, folks. I'm telling you, this thing is wild. I mean, this is the 3x of ETF of SOXX, by the way, 3x ETF. This is SOXX. This is the iShares Semiconductor ETF. SOXL is the 3x bullish ETF, and SOXS is the inverse if you think things are going down. And look at the inverse one, right? Okay, so that's the same thing is going to happen on SOXL when SOXX tops. Well, it looks like they're in distribution phase anyway. Same thing happening with Micron. Top is in for short term. What kind of consolidation we're going to have? Are we going to go between 1200 and 850 potentially? Could we go lower? Again, mean reversion. Look how far away. I mean, stocks 200 EMA is 528. Stocks selling double 200 EMA. That does not happen, folks. Mean reversion trades are good from the top. Mean reversion trades are good from the bottom. So, that's why you got to short into these things, looking into the depths of hell, because when you do short these things, you're going to be in pain for a while, but then it pays off great. Same thing on SanDisk, stock high 2350. We're at 1750, down 500 from the top. Mean reversion is almost complete. Again, weak today. You can tell it's under distribution. Stock is almost on the low of the day. 50 EMA, would I give it a shot? Not really. Maybe at 1500, I'll give it a shot on the long side. And there's 2x ETFs for these things as well. SNDQ, for example, is the inverse ETF. SNXX is the 2x bullish ETF. So once you know these symbols, it's good. You can trade these. I'd rather trade these on these active stocks, the 2x ETFs, 3x ETFs, than the underlying. Same thing on Western Digital, same thing on Seagate, But when the time comes, I'll trade. I'm not in a rush. So VLO is going to be probably my next trade, and the 2x ETF on that is VELL. Again, these are to be bought and sold like within max a week. And especially if you catch a trend up, like for this one, for example. This thing went from 12 to 47 in 3 days, right? That's because VLO went from 15 to 31. So that went up, what, 100% in literally 4 days, 3 days. And this thing went up 200%. I'm like, okay, cool. At that time, I'm not opposed for you to hold it on these like short little things. But on the way down, please don't hold it. You're going to suffer. Not just price-wise you're going to suffer, but volatility drag is going to kill you because, again, the videos on the Discords are, they don't own the underlying, folks. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They own swaps. They own options. You're going to get wiped out. Anyway, so let's go to the front. Let's answer some questions if there is, and then I'm going to go have a cup of coffee. Oh, okay, cool. I get all that spiel for nothing. Hey, Mr. Premium, what's happening? Happy Monday. Today, what's printing today? Cash secure puts are printing today. All right, cool. Cool. Love his attitude, man. Love it. Love it. Something's printing every day for him. It's amazing. You gotta love it. I mean, what is there to say? Is your account up to 100% this year, Mr. Premium? Is it? I don't know. I hope it is. Because you're printing all the time, bro. I mean, when you print as much as you do, it's probably better than mine. All right, I'm going to leave this chart up. What should I put up there? SPX. Let's go with SPX for 10 minutes. This is a daily chart. Oh, we don't want that one. Let's put the 1 minute chart up. 1 day, 2 minute. Markets open up, gap up, walking it up. Pretty tight range for an hour and a half now. Although SanDisk is selling off, Western Digits almost on the low of the day. Let's see where those are. That's the 2-minute chart of SanDisk. Yeah, kind of rolled over. It's already 40, 45 from the high. I mean, these closed red today. Watch out. So, but we'll find out. Patience. Markets open every day, folks. You don't have to trade every single day. Every day. Markets open every day. The 3 Ps. What are they? Patience, position size, and planning. If you do those, at least if you learn those from me, then you'll be okay. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well, 10 minutes. Okay, break is over. Break is over. What are we doing, man? Yeah, I want to add the ANALYSYS for sure on the way up. I have 3,500 shares. I'll probably add another 1,500 shares, especially if it broke 4. Let me try to do something here since you guys are not asking me questions. Entertain myself. Entertain myself. Nope, not that one. This one. Let me see. StreamYard is not picking up my Google slide. However, there is a way, I think. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. Maybe it's my computer. Possibly. Potentially. Okay. Let's see. I think it is. I think there's a way to get around on StreamYard. Okay. Workaround. Okay. Open Google Drive and locate slides presentation you want to share. Okay, we can do that. Aha, I have to convert it to a PDF. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Okay. Okay. Ask me questions, folks. You guys got me for another half hour. Because then I have to go watch the Spain-Portugal game. Okay. I think the RAM on my computer is not enough doing all these things that I'm trying to do. Slides. Okay. Oh. Okay. Nope. Hmm. Okay. 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 I think we're there. Okay. Let's see if it works. What's this? Not sure. Can I go over MEN? Can I go over the MEN? Is that a symbol? Is it? Hmm. Rowan Williams. Is that a symbol? MEN? I don't think it's going to work. Present or invite? Okay. MEN. Hoping that's a symbol. BlackRock Muni Enhanced Fund. Is that what we're talking about? I don't know. It's an ETF or some sort of fund. I don't think it's the right thing, but then if you put the right symbol, I'll be happy to take a look. It's not available. I don't know. I don't think that's a symbol. I don't think it is. Ooh, good thing we sold some more open door. Yeah, you gotta take profits. Sometimes. We're down to 20. We sold 50 lots today. Okay. Yeah, we're selling off here. Soxel under 200. SanDisk must be selling off. Yep, now down 7. Yep, that's what I thought. These things are under distribution for sure. It's red now. I like it. Micron only up 18. Soxel still up because it's a bunch of other stuff in there. Hynix, SK Hynix is going public. FYI, folks. Avago. Bouncing off 200 EMA. I'm waiting for AAOI. KTOS. Velo. Yeah, Unisys is green now. Okay. Yeah, on the turn, I gotta get on this horse. Gotta add to it. And a little bounce, AEHR. These are all the high flyers, high PE, high growth stocks. Yeah, they're not where I need to be. So we wait. And SanDisk being down 8 now, or 9 now. That's definitely under distribution, man. Western Dig, they're all on their lows of the day. Some are still green, but SanDisk going red already. Yeah. MACD is nasty on this thing. 50 EMA. Maybe 2. Let's see. Yeah. I'm looking at 1600, 1620. Another 100 points. Maybe I'll be interested. Through SNXX, which is the 2X ETF. Nope. Yeah. Long Investment Managers Series Trust 2 Trader 2X Long ETF. That's the one. Trades 50, 80, 100 million shares a day, so plenty of liquidity. Another 100 points on SanDisk would be about 5%. So this will be down another 10%. So about 21, maybe somewhere in that range. Somewhere in that range. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, there it is. I can share it. Cool. Here it is. I figured it out. Very glitchy. Very glitchy. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, there it is. We can talk about it. You guys can see this, right? Okay, so this is my $1,000 Robinhood account challenge. I opened this account, funded it with $1,000 2 years and a month ago. Have not taken any money out. Have not added any funds. And this is as of probably a couple hours ago. So the account's flat at the moment, it's all cash. And it's at 18,646.18. So it's not about the accomplishment or this or that. It's about how it got there. First of all, there's an article about it, my playbook on this account, on the website. And you guys can read that article here. Right here. Okay, that's the website. You guys can read that article there, the playbook. But let's talk a little bit about it. So, as you guys can see, this is year to date. Year to date, it's up 196.46%. I trade mainly equities and options, directional, some short options, some cover calls, short term mostly, but sizing correctly. And the most important thing is, you guys see the drawdowns, right? So that's something that I posted a video on the Discord server, and drawdowns got to be managed properly, right? Especially on small accounts. So on this account, there is no YOLO, there is no FOMO, there is no HODL, none of that acronyms apply. Laser focus risk management applies, and that's what happens when you don't allow massive drawdowns. Because I see accounts on X saying, oh, my account's down 50%. Well, are you a mass challenge man? If your account's down 50%, because there are many stocks that are down 50, 60, 70% while the market's at all-time highs, because they're stuck on that stock, they don't understand, or maybe they do understand, but they ignore it, is that now you have to go up 100% to just get back to even. But when you manage risk and when you manage drawdowns, like as tight as I do on this account, maximum drawdown on this was maybe in April, March, April period. And it was about 20%. So when you cut the drawdown at 20%, you have to go, all you have to do is go back up 25% to get back to even, to an equity all-time high. So what I try to do in this account is size correctly, number one. Number two, try to hit singles and doubles, no home runs, because equity is not enough to hit home runs, and I'm not going to do it anyway. You hit a bunch of singles, bunch of doubles, those all add up. But more importantly, take the L when I need to take the L. And I've taken a bunch of L's, but very small L's. And irregardless of what the market is doing, market pulls back, account makes an all-time high, market goes higher, account makes an all-time high, and obviously is beating the market by, I don't know, 6x, 7x. So the playbook is on the website, folks. You guys can go read it. The playbook is on the website. Go to the website, find how do I turn my, actually, when I wrote the article, not even a month ago, stock was at, account was at 15,000. Now we're at 18,000. Now we'll put the gas on a little bit more. Now we size differently. Now we start, being into 2, 3, 4 positions at the same time. Again, with correct size, no more than certain percentage that gets allocated to each position, because that's how you blow accounts when you go YOLO. And you guys can go read it, how important risk management is, especially if you're dealing with limited amounts of money. And this account started with $1,000 2 years and a month ago when I launched the YouTube channel, actually. So it is doable, folks. Obviously, you have to be diligent. Obviously, you have to have discipline. But it is doable. And one may say, yeah, but with $1,000, you can do that. I'm like, okay, bring it on. Bring your $1,000 account. And this is not with YOLOing. This is not with the zero DT options. This is just methodically managing risk, methodically managing money, not paying any attention to the world, put the blinders on, and keep moving. And now, what's my goal for this account? Obviously, I'm not going to touch the account money-wise. I'm not going to take money out. I'm not going to put more money in. My goal, hopefully it'll get there. I have about 6 months to get it to 25K. My initial goal before PDT went away, pattern day trader rule went away, was to get it to 25, so maybe I can do a couple of day trades in it. Well, now that that's gone, I am actually doing a little bit more day trading with 2x ETFs. You know, buying 500 shares of a $5 or $6 2x ETF and selling it at 30 cents, 40 cents later, because every couple $100 is 1%. Now, you're going to say, well, yeah, you have to have a very high win rate. You're getting lucky, this and that. I'm like, okay, fine. My rebuttal to that is, forget about me getting lucky. Forget about a high win rate, which I really, really don't care about. No, you could have done this. In fact, you could have done better with $1,000. Again, this is all hypothetical. With $1,000, you built SanDisk 2 years ago at $100, right? You could have bought, when SanDisk was $100 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, with $1,000, right? You could have bought just SanDisk and kept it there. Where would the account be? Well, SanDisk is about 1,700, 1,800. How many shares of SanDisk could you have bought at $1,000, at $100 with $1,000, right? 10 shares, right? I don't use margin on this. By the way, I'm approved for level 3 option trading and margin, but I have not used margin at all. 10 shares of SanDisk today, right, at 1,700 will be 17,000. Well, still not as good as this thing, managing, right? Now, all I'm trying to say is it is doable with small accounts. It's not going to work by YOLOing. It's not going to work by FOMOing. It's not going to work that way. The way it's going to work is manage drawdowns. That's the only way the account's going to grow to where it's supposed to grow. And because if you have a 10% drawdown, all you need is 12.5%, 13% to get back to an all-time equity high in your account, regardless of what the market is doing. If you have a 25% drawdown, and now it gets tougher. Now you need about 38% to get back to even. If you have a 50% drawdown, you need 100% to get back to even. That's a difficult game to play. And again, what's the goal in this? Just to show that it is possible with proper risk management. Because I think risk management left the building with the pandemic, YOLO traders and Wall Street boys and ROBINHOOD YOLOers and things like that. So it is possible, but, now that it's gone to this level, am I going to go crazy and YOLO into something? Absolutely not. I'm treating this account with white gloves. I'm treating this account with more tighter risk management than my actual, trading account at Schwab. I'm still doing it on that account too, don't get me wrong. But then my threshold of pain on that account is a little bit larger than this one because you can't afford to make mistakes. But if you guys notice the drawdowns, what happens? If you thought if this was a chart, right? And you're a chart is technical analyst, let's say. Well, this is a wonderful chart. It's going from the lower left to the upper right, right? Yeah, it has little hiccups here and there, but then they all get reversed. So all this, I'm willing and able to teach and inform and educate you guys. So in order to do this, first, go to the website, read my playbook on this account. I put it out there. It's free. Go to the website. It says how I turned 1,000 into 15,000. And the playbook is there. Go for it. Read it. If you don't want to read it, click to the listen button and listen to it. That's one. I post this account on the Trading Desk Twitter channel every day at the end of the day. And a couple of people come in and put thumbs up. I post this account. Well, I started posting this account when I launched the Discord server. This is the free Discord server. For a period of time now, you're going to get access to this account. You needed to be a premium member to get access to this account and the trades in this account. Now you're going to get it for free as a free member. So please go join Discord. All the information is in the show notes. You'll have to grab the links from the chat. And obviously, the premium Discord server where they get access to all my trades, my open positions, live streams, members-only live streams. And if you do it, until 100 people show up there. Yeah, I think we're getting close. If you use promo code FIRST100, all caps, FIRST100, you get 50% off. And the way it's priced is at 50% off. It's a Big Mac meal. You're having access to all this free education too, by the way, to all this for a Big Mac meal. I think it's a pretty good deal. And since there's no more questions, so that's the Robinhood account, folks. I think it's pretty good. My goal is, let's see if we can get it to 25K by the end of the year. If I get it to 25K by the end of the year, so I was talking to my members, and so all I have to do is have the account go up 200% a year for 2 more years, which is, I don't know if it's doable or not, but I'll do my best. And so if the account is at 25K, goes up 200%, right, next year, that'll be 75K. Another 200% will be 220. So in about 3.5 more years, it'll be $1 million. I'm not into any of that stuff. All I'm saying is it is doable, but you have to manage risk. And in order to have this beautiful graph, higher highs, higher lows, again, it's doable with little money. This account started with $1,000. Is it luck? Some people say so. I don't think it is. Is it good stock picking? Possibly. But I think the most important thing is managing risk. And as you guys know, in the 6 months this year, market did have drawdowns, and a couple of nasty ones. And I see accounts on X that go down 40, 50, 60%. And I'm like, you can't manage money that way. You can't manage risk that way. The only way you go is, at the moment, the account is all cash. Am I looking to buy things? Yeah. But am I patiently waiting? Yeah. Do I have to trade? No. But it is possible to do this with little amounts of money. Yeah, you have to take risk, obviously, but you have to manage risk. You have to take directional bets mostly. Again, 70%, I would say, of the trading in this account is equities. Nothing big, couple hundred shares, 300 shares, sometimes 500 shares. For example, I was long 1,000 shares of Open Door, cost basis $490. This morning, 500 shares was sold at $517. 500 more was sold at $522. Okay, well, that's why. So $490 to average $520 is $300. $300 is 1.5% on an account like this. Could it go higher? Yeah, it could. But I hit my single. I'm happy with it. All cash. Not looking to buy things. And 75% of the account is trading stocks, equities, all kinds, ETFs, straight up equities, whatever it is. And 25% is options, sometimes selling options, sometimes selling cash secured puts, sometimes covered strangles. I've done a lot of covered strangles in the account. I don't sell naked puts. Sometimes I've sold put credit spreads. Could I sell cash secured puts now with this type of money? Of course I could, but I'm not going to do it because one bad one, you can get wiped out. So I always watch the risk, watch the sizing, and watch the levels I'm doing it at. And my big account at Schwab pretty much mirrors this, not this return, folks, not 200%. But I'm having a wonderful year in my Schwab account as well, which I will post, full transparency. The key for this is to beat the averages. Well, this one is beating the averages, I don't know, by like 7x or something. I don't know how much the market's up this year. Is it up 10%? 20%? I don't even know. But so yeah, it is definitely possible, folks. Definitely possible. So there's no questions. You guys are all shy. Somebody asked some questions. No, you guys don't want to do it? Okay. If you guys don't want to do it, then I'm going to take off. And okay, I'll give you guys 12 more minutes to ask me some questions. 12 more. 12 more. Let's see. Let's see if we can add the account. Yep, we can do that. Ooh, good thing we did take profits on open. Got up to 532, down to 514. Is the market selling off? Probably. As I said, I think some of these chip stocks are in definite distribution. Definite. Definite distribution. Okay. Now Sanders down 17. Yeah, it's selling off. That's good. It's all good. We wait. Oh, those labels. Shit. What else is going on? That's Soxel on its low of 197. Okay. Micron on its low. Yeah, they're going lower. I mean, the headline said dead cat bounce. Yep, no, that's what it is. And SanDisk going lower shows they're under distribution. Look, man, are they going to go straight down? Of course not. Yeah. Will I trade? Absolutely. Some of the space stocks are just acting horrible, like Lunar, Intuitive Machines, basically. Yeah, it's retesting the low. So the 2x ETF for that is LUNL. I'll probably take a look at that. I traded that last week, actually made good money with it on the bounce. Yeah. Yes, sir. RDW is also acting horrible. Not as bad as Lunar. Rocket Lab. Yeah, I pull back on that. I'll probably end up buying that. ASTS. Yeah, that's pulling back, kind of roll over. Should be bought into the gap. MACD looks okay. Yeah, there's 300 stocks on my watch list, current watch list, which is mostly making 52-week highs. What else? KTOP, I'm interested in. KTOS, I mean. Kratos Defense. I need to pull back there, though, to get back in. What else? Let's take a look at the lists. 52-week high lists. Oh, actually, let's not take a look at that. Let's take a look at the rippers today. Sometimes best trading is no trading, folks. Okay? Let's take a look at the rippers today. That's it. That's 11 of them. A lot of financial stocks are on my 52-week list, like Aegon, a lot of healthcare stocks, Bank of America, Barclays, Franklin Resources, BNY Mellon. A lot of financials are on the list. A lot of healthcare, Cardinal Healthcare. Yeah, a lot of them. So that's how you kind of cash the rotation. Flywire is in there. That's interesting. Oh, that's a 52-week high. That's nice. JFrog. See all these stocks you guys never heard of. Why don't you trade these stocks as opposed to same fucking stocks? Fortinet making 52-week high. Beautiful. Fortive, same thing. Gotta like these 52-week high lists, man. Trade these. You know what I mean? GE Vernova. GEV, that's been a winner. There you go, 52-week high. ING Group. Coca-Cola, 52-week high. Warren Buffett owns a whole bunch of that stuff. Okta, yeah, I missed that. I missed buying that on the pullback. God dang it. Yeah, first pullback to 20 EMA, 80% probability. It's beautiful, beautiful. And I ripped and gave you the chance. Yeah, I missed buying that one. Palo Alto Network, same thing. Ripped, gave you a chance. I mean, I wouldn't buy these, yeah. They're little nosebleed levels. And then last but not least, let's look at the wild ones. Shaz. Shaz is Sharona AI Holdings. No, not for me. AXTI, well, I had AXTU, the 2X ETF, so I'm okay with that. We're out of that. Rackspace, that's been doing really well. 52-week high, probably. No, actually. I'll add that to my watch list now. RXT. That looks like a continuation pattern to me, doesn't it? There you go. I added it. Watt. WATT. That's coming into buy range at 200 EMA. Energus. RPD. Oh, look at that one. That's coming nicely. It's a nice chart. Coming off a base. I love those kind of charts. A little cup and a handle kind of a things. Yeah, like it. You like it, like it, like it. Yeah, this one, I don't know. White fiber. I think it's a continuation pattern, but I think it's going to pull back some more. I think it'll pull back under 30. So there are stocks out there. IREN is doing well today, up 5, coming off super oversold. That's the mean reversion stuff. NBIS. No, that's all still pulling back. Actually, that may be an interesting buy. Right about BE. It's going sideways. NBIS could be an interesting one here. Yeah, about 195. MACD is horrible. Good volume on the way down. You gotta be patient with these. Will the 50 EMA hold? Doesn't look like it. What NBIS is 2X ETF? I'm sure there is one. I am sure there is one. There should be one. Let's see. There is one. NBIG. NBIG. Yep, that's a trade. Okay, we'll take a look at that when the time comes. Let's add that to the watch list as a potential trade. No rush. I'm adding that as I speak. Okay, it's added. What else are we looking at? BRKR. Beautiful chart. Hot 8. Good pullback. HYLN. Yeah, 200 EMA probably at some point. HLIT. Yeah, that's coming into buy. There's a lot of potential here, folks. A lot. Let's go through your watch list periodically. That's probably a good buy right there. Resolve AI, and it's coming off its ass. We'll give it some time. VSH. Right under 50 MA. Does that have 2x ETF? Probably. They don't. No. That's okay. What else? Fuel cell. That was melting up. That's a good short, probably. Come on, man. Yeah. And buckwheat station. On the next rally up, I'm shorting this thing for sure. Okay. Ballard Power. That's pulling all the way to the 200 EMA now. Okay. Patience, my man. Patience. Patience. Yeah, Velo breaks that, gets to 200, maybe a touch under. I'm a buyer of that thing. Hopefully. But we got to be patient. Yep. Anyway. Life in the big city. Anything going on? Not really. Yeah, good thing we took the profits on the open. Still have 20 lots out of 70. It's okay. We'll hold. Yeah, Sandy keeps selling off, it looks like. I mean, that is getting. Now it's down 16. Almost low today. Yeah, 50 EMA. Where would I buy Sandisk, guys? 1,600 maybe. For a trade. That's it. Yeah, right about here. 1625. Another 100 points from here. Yeah. I mean, real deal support is like between 1520 and 1550. Lower Bollinger Band. You guys must learn how to read Bollinger Bands, by the way. That's part of that's the only thing I have there. On the charts anyway, besides the 2050 and 200 EMA. When you take out the middle band on the Bollinger Band, there is very, very, very high likelihood that you're going to go to the lower band and then get the bounce from there, and that's at 1500. So there's a couple hundred more points on Sandisk in this distribution phase, and then we'll get a bounce to about 1800, and then we'll roll over again if we're going to sell off. But I think these are, besides the distribution, I think they're just going sideways, but really good trading range. So good opportunity to trade. And yeah. And earnings have to catch up now. That's what stocks do. They get priced for perfection, and then company has to deliver good earnings now, which they are. They are. I mean, they're beating earnings by 100% expectations. I mean, what else is there to say? So yeah, they are. Anyway, all right, folks. It's 11. I did my job. I tried to inform and educate. Now, I'm going to say goodbye. May all your longs skyrocket and may all your shorts tank. How about that? We'll end with that. Any questions? Can I go over MEN? I did. Is that a symbol? N? Or is it just N? You can come back and ask me that question. Okay. I'll be back probably, I don't know. So let's go through it real quick. Okay. Next article, which is today, coming out on the website, right there. All this is in the, all the links are in the show notes, folks. If you're interested in any of this free newsletter on the website, go check it out. The latest edition of the newsletter is going to be sent out at noon Pacific today. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You guys can go listen to it or read it. There's already close to 50 articles on the blog, so there's plenty of ammunition there for you to start learning. Trading Desk Twitter account is Trading Desk HQ at Trading Desk HQ. Trading Desk Discord server, free version. Again, all the links are below. Please go check it out. Now, the free version, we opened an education channel. That's added to that. You get the free newsletter from the website. And for a limited amount of time, you're going to get all my trades live in the Robinhood account because there was a request. So I'm like, okay, why not? We'll just post those as well. And last but not least, on the premium Discord server, 50% off until we reach 100 paid Discord premium members. Enter promo code FIRST100, all caps. You'll get me for a Big Mac meal. I think you're getting a good deal. And what do the premium members get? My trades live. None of this is trading, financial, or investment advice. Do your own due diligence. What I do is very risky. It fits my risk profile and it fits my account size. Otherwise, don't do it. Obviously, they get the Robinhood stuff. They get, at the end of the day, open positions and every daily. They get my access to my long-term port, which currently has 5 stocks in it. They get access to me. We do twice bi-monthly, members-only live streams where they can ask me any questions. Obviously, the education part about equities, options, futures, whatever it is, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, they get all those benefits. So if you're inclined to learn, you'll learn faster. You'll get more stuff in the premium Discord server. So with that said, since there's no other questions, I'm going to say goodbye. See you guys. Let's go USA today, 5 p.m. Please all watch the game. USA is playing Belgium to go to the quarterfinals. I think the first time ever. I'm inclined to say so. I think so. Yeah. Incredible. Incredible World Cup. Enjoying it immensely. Thumbs up. Put a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you get notified of the live streams. I most likely will go live Wednesday. And again on Friday. It'll probably fall into a schedule now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of a thing. So bring your questions. Bring your curiosity. Have an open mind. Start learning. Start investing. That's the most important thing. You all have a great day. I will see you guys soon.